Women wanted so much to be equal to men that they ended up becoming worse than them. Such a beautiful, wonderful, almost divine being wants to be equal to a being so rough, so coarse, who often doesn't stop to think before reacting. This situation where women want to be thin all the time and princesses all the time and to be almost an impossible being. It's not necessary because a woman, she is very different from a man. A woman is much better than a man. And these workouts that women do, leg workouts, as if a woman only had value if she had beautiful legs. A woman's value is not in having beautiful legs. A woman's value is in her as a whole. A woman's value is in her intelligence, in her sensitivity. Because if you notice, who is it that raises the men out there? Today, it's the women. Who is it that makes the decisions at home? It's the women. Don't you agree? You say you're going to buy a car and you go to the dealership and look at a two-seater sports car and you get all excited. But when you get home, your wife tells you, no, my friend, you have two kids. I have my mother who lives with us. And when we go out, we have to take our two kids, the two cats, the two dogs, plus my mother. In a car that's only for two people, that's not going to happen. And you leave there with the minivan all happy, or rather frustrated. But you leave with the car your wife said you have to have. So women, they are in control. Who controls the money at home? It's the woman. Who manages the finances at home? It's the woman. Who decides what needs to be bought for the house? It's the woman. Everything revolves around the woman. So you women, you don't need to try to copy us men because everything comes from you. Even at the moment of creation, God made the draft, which was man. And right after, when he saw that he hadn't done such a great job, he made the woman. But he only took the rib, that's it. If that story is really true. But look, everything that involves women is different. It's very different from men. And we have to have that ability. I remember something my grandmother used to say, the only thing I envy about men is the strength they have. So I think the roles of men and women are completely different. And these roles complement each other. So when you're doing your workout, don't just focus on leg training. Because later, when you want to do an exercise like the deadlift, you don't have the strength in your arms to grab the bar and lift yourself up. So do your lower back workout, do your back workout, do your shoulder workout. Take care of your whole body. Don't get caught up in this beauty dictatorship. I see powerful women who have 10, 15 plastic surgeries, and I think, why do you need to have so many plastic surgeries? Why do you at 50 want to look like you're 30? And why do you at 20 want to look like you're 15? Where does all this social pressure come from? Sometimes this pressure comes from other women who pressure you to be a different kind of woman, but it's not necessary. Your physical activity is meant to bring you more health, to give you longevity, to make you feel secure. I know. Every month you have your menstrual period, which drives you crazy and changes everything inside you. This need to eat sweets, that's something genetic, and you have to eat your sweets. Without exaggeration, of course. I know it's hard for you to take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of your husband, still have your job, and on top of that, be beautiful and wonderful, like a princess. I know that when you turn on the TV, you look at that woman on the screen and you say, how I wish I could be like her. You look at the clothes other women wear and say, I wish I could wear that outfit. But I'm going to tell you a secret, woman. Actually, it's a secret you already know. There are clothes, there are brands that are made for exclusive body types. If you have those measurements, you'll be able to buy that brand. If you don't have those body measurements, you won't be able to buy that brand. So when you see certain artists, certain actresses, artists, it doesn't matter, certain public figures, whether they're successful or not, on television or the internet, wearing a certain type of clothing, be very careful. Sometimes the brands only make up to that size, and then you end up being held hostage by that. And you say, but I'm overweight. Who said you're overweight? Who said your body is ugly? Who said you're not beautiful? Who said you're not powerful? Don't fall into these traps. Don't play that game. There are men who like thin women. There are men who like curvier women. So the world doesn't fall apart. But if you feel good about yourself, everyone around you will be attracted to you. So Power begins when you feel good, when you are at peace with yourself. So don't buy into that. I remember a friend of mine, we always joked. I used to say, we will never fight over a woman because our preferences are completely opposite. But one thing is certain. Why do you have to fit into someone else's mold? Why can't you just be who you are? Why can't you show yourself as you truly are? With so many billions and trillions and quadrillions of people in the world, do you really think you need to please others? If you get caught up in trying to please people, you'll end up in a prison, and that prison will be inside you. Don't go down that path. Be yourself, be a woman, be you however you want to be. Do you like playing soccer? Great. Do you like playing, fighting, boxing? Great. Do you like women? Great. Do you like men? Great. Do you like both men and women? That's great too. What matters is that you are a good person, that you feel good with yourself. More and more, society pressures women to be practically perfect. You are perfect just the way you are. Look at our lives as men. If you say to a man, "Shall we have a barbecue at your place?" He says, "Great, let's do it." He buys beer and meat. If you go to a woman and say, "Let's have a barbecue at your place and bring the families together," there's dessert, there's appetizers, there's this drink, that drink, tidying up the house, cleaning the house, and who knows what else. While we men just want to hang out, burp, and tell tall tales, women think of everything. You don't need to live your life trying to please everyone. Please yourself. Take time for yourself. Do your physical activity. You don't need to go on a diet. You also don't need to eat 2 kilos of food at every meal. Try to be happy with yourself. Try to find yourself. And you'll see that when you're happy with yourself, the world will see you differently because you see yourself differently. And to wrap things up here, I'm going to say one thing. You don't need other people's validation for them to tell you who you are. Treat well those who treat you well and keep your distance from those people who don't treat you the way you think you deserve to be treated. Be yourself, be a woman, be divine. Don't copy men because we men have nothing to teach you women. In fact, we have a lot to learn from you, okay? A kiss, see you next time, and take care.